Good evening, Commission. My name is Tara Brown, and I'm with Detroit
evening.
Eviction Defense. I came and spoke to you all a couple weeks ago about Sherman Butler, who was murdered on July 12th by a bailiff from the 36th District Court. This afternoon, I got a chance to speak to his mother. She still has no answers. She knows about as much about this case as the public does. Right now, the public wants an unedited police body cam video of all officers present at the time of Sherman Butler's murder, the official police report from Sherman Butler's murder, notes from the notepads of all the officers present, the name and the badge number of all DPD officers present, particularly the one that tased Mr. Butler. Mr. Butler was a person. He's been referred to as the man, the tenant, at one of the meetings, the suspect, the victim. Nobody says his name. Nobody knows what he looks like. This is Sherman Butler. This is him. He was a person. He had a family. He had kids. He has a mother who can't even grieve over him because she can't get him in the ground because his body, I believe, was just released to her. He was killed on July 12th. This is ridiculous. And to make his mother wait 45 days to know what happened to her son and to see a body camera is absolutely ridiculous. I don't care what side you are on, whether you like the police or you don't. I think everybody in this room who has a child has no plans of outliving their child. And to think that your child's last minutes were being put out of their house in a room full of people that were against them after they had been tased for a bailiff who should have been moving your furniture and not even trying to assist the Detroit police to shoot them several times in the chest. He wasn't shot just one time in the chest. He was shot several times in the chest. He is a person and he deserves justice. He deserves for his case to be worked like everybody else, and his mother deserves to see somebody punished for murdering her son. Thank you.
To the chair, if I could.
Yes, Deputy Chief.
So one thing we'll do, I'll check with homicide to make sure that if the mother hasn't received any information on the case, why she has not. And if she is required to have it, I'll make sure that that does happen because she should receive that information. The second piece is for the 45 days, that's really not going to go into this incident because it was not a officer-involved shooting where DPD fired shots. It was the actual bailiff who's a agent of 36th District Court. And the other piece is because it's a homicide case, that information is going to still be held until that case is decided. So that's why that's not going to be released. But I'll 100% make sure that the mother gets some notification. Right after this, I'll contact our Detective Brew and we'll see what we can do. You're welcome.
You may be hurt.
Good evening, Board. Victoria Camille, District 7, and the Coalition for Police Transparency and Accountability. So first, regarding OCI's tip process, what the board, OCI, and the public needs is for DPD to be transparent about what they did in response to each sustained allegation. That's what you need from DPD. And that's not what I came to talk about today. I came to talk about Sherman Lee Butler, as was discussed, was murdered on July 12th. The Justice Coalition for Sherman Lee Butler demands all unedited DPD body-worn camera footage be released, despite what the department is saying. In addition, we demand that this murder be independently investigated, not by DPD. DPD was present and is a suspected accomplice in this murder. This strategy should make us all stop and seriously think about our collective values. We are talking about property, a thing, an object. The value of property has superseded the value of human life. I bet that if any one of us in here were being removed from the place that we call home, no matter what the condition of it, we would go into some level of mental distress. And if that's what was going on, why didn't DPD tell the bailiff to stand down, to leave, to back off, and explore a humane solution to the issue? But instead, the situation was escalated to the point where we had a tenant be murdered by a bailiff during the course of an eviction, and that's outrageous. Woe to him who builds a town by blood and establishes a city by unrighteousness. Habakkuk 2:12. Do police have constitutional duty to protect the public? There are court rulings that indicate that they do not. Wasn't Mr. Butler a member of the public? Did the police protect him? Or was the officer there to protect the bailiff who was there to protect property?
I want to say I organized the Detroit eviction defense. I want to talk about Sherman Butler and the fact that that body cam footage has not been released. The fact that we had commissioners go to the scene, we had brass on the scene of that shooting, lets me know that that was important to you all, and that footage should be released.
My name is Yvonne Jones. I live in District 5. I'm a member of the Coalition for Police Transparency and Accountability. My first concern today, this is so heartbreaking. This is heavy. Listening to these mothers and, oh my God, what are we doing? But I was calling about Sherman Butler and asking for the body camera footage to be released. But my heart is broke because I'm listening to these mothers whose sons have been killed for years and they haven't had any kind of information. So I don't know. We just need to do better. We need to do better by all of our people. And we need to understand that policing, the problems in Detroit is not policing policies, it's a policing culture. There's no respect for the people. The concern is not real. The policies are there. But what about how do we change this culture? I am so disturbed how Commissioner Wood just shut down Commissioner Bernard. We have some serious problems. And we need to work together to change this culture of disrespect, that we can help each other. We, the Coalition for Police Transparency and Accountability, we have requests that the citizen complaints be released, and it was approved by the commissioners and it got stalled and with the law department, and we're just wondering what's going on there. There's so many holes, so many gaps, no transparency, no accountability. We've got to do better. Thank you.